Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Brodie Does It. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Got kind of busy with schoolwork, and I started experimenting with some other types of arts and crafts. I've been doing some papercraft. Lots and lots of papercraft. I've also started up my own D&D campaign, making my own adventures, my own characters, my own boards. Basically, I'm trying to make D&D the cheapest way possible. If you are interested in that, then leave a comment down below. Now, let's get back to what you all came here for. Puppets. But we're going to tone it down a little bit. Instead of making the big puppet out of pop bottles, I'm going to be showing you how to make a finger puppet. Now for this puppet, I don't think I need to do a shopping list like I normally do. It's going to be felt, hot glue, and scissors. And for this puppet, it's not going to be any ordinary finger puppet. I'm bringing you a David Tennent finger puppet. Let's get to the build. Okay, so you start off with your fabrics that you want. I'm using white and a couple other colors to create the trench coat. Next, cut out 2 blocks that are roughly the size of your finger. After you make them circular, you then want to put them next to each other, and now is where we start to glue. Basically the same way, instead of sewing, that I did with the puppet bodies. Make sure you get it all the way around, except on the bottom. Do not glue the bottom open, because this is where you flip it inside out so you have something that can fit over your finger. Make sure it fits nice and snug, and now we can get on with the trench coat. I have a piece of brown fabric that I cut out and made sure it went around the body like so. It trailed off down at the bottom a little bit. Next, I cut out the lapel. Made it more like the lapel of the trench coat he would wear. Then I took the 2 little pieces I cut off and cut a little triangle into them so they looked more like the actual lapel pieces on his trench coat. After I glued those back on to the appropriate sides, so it gave the little, I don't even know what you would call that thing on there, but basically it gives it more of a trench coat look, as you can tell now. Next, I have to dress him. What we do is we put it onto him, and after I figured out it would fit, I decided to start making the tie. The tie itself is just 2 strips of fabric. I made this strip very long, so I'm going to cut it pretty soon to make the bottom part of the tie, as you can see right there. That is basically it to the tie. Next thing I did was I made sure that it would look good underneath the trench coat. And what I'm going to do next is glue the tie together. I am really focusing on that trench coat. Okay, as you can see now, I'm grabbing the glue gun and gluing the tie on, and then I glued the ends of the ties that go around the neck so they would actually stick other than just having the trench coat on. Putting the trench coat around it, next step for me is to glue the trench coat itself down so that it would not come off. I put a little bit too much glue down, and now I'm moving on to the hair very quickly. Basically, I cut out a rough shape for the hair at first, and then decided that since he had that little faux hawk thing going on, I would take some more strips and cut them up to create little waves like so. I made sure that it looked good, and then I took off the waves themselves and glued them together separately, like I'm going to be doing right here. I glued 2 of them together, glued another one on top, and then once those were good, I glued all of those back onto his head and frayed them a little bit to make it look like his classic faux hawk style. You're almost done with the David Tennent, as you can see right here. The only thing left is my favorite part about him, and that's his glasses. The glasses were a pain in the butt. And basically you cut out the glasses shape and then somehow try to get the little fabric on the inside out of there. After a long time of little nitpicking, you have something that looks like this. Happy traveling.
Oh, what is this? It's a little itty bitty. I sound nothing like David Tennent.
After I made this little guy, I decided to make him a little adipose friend because I am that big of a nerd. If you would like to see an adipose tutorial, leave a comment down below because I forgot to film it, and if I have to make another one, I want to make sure you guys actually want to see it. Now these little finger puppets were really fun to make. If you would like to see specific tutorials on how to make other types of finger puppets, or even the bigger puppets, make sure you leave a comment down below, or send me a message, like, in my inbox. So remember, comment, subscribe, like. I'm Brodie Templeson, and this is Brodie Does It.